Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm Damon Campbell with Music'sMyLife.com here at 218 by Burn Rubber in Royal Oak, Michigan with a very special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Oh shit, Ro Spit, the one and only.
Well, Ro, it's great to see you again, man.
Good
Definitely appreciate your time. I know it's pretty hectic in there right now.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy.
We're at the Hall of Fame block party for Big Sean. I find it fitting that you co-own a couple boutiques in addition to your rap career because when you were younger, wouldn't you pretend to use clothing hangers as microphones and rap into them?
Yeah.
That was with your cousin, right?
Yeah. One below is my cousin.
From Binary Star?
Binary Star, yeah, Subterranean. So, man, that's crazy. We used to, the hangers, like the pants hangers, we used to break them, like the white part. Yeah, I don't think you'd be able to get in the back. Just go around, you know what I mean? Yeah. But the pants hangers, we used to break them and wrap black tape around it,
right.
and that would be like our microphone, and we would rap like Eazy-E, and like I would be Eazy-E, and he would be like Ice Cube, and then I would be like just whoever was popular at the time. Like he'd be like Run, and I'd be like D. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I suppose you could say all you needed was one mic. And speaking of which, I know you have a lot of people telling you that you look like Nas quite often.
Yeah. Since '93.
Right.
Literally since Illmatic dropped.
And as it turns out, he's actually familiar with your work, right?
Yeah.
You guys have met before even?
Yeah. I met Nas at he had a concert here. I want to say, forgive me if I'm wrong, either the Music Hall or the Masonic Temple, and I had one of my close friends knows his security.
Okay.
And we took him a pair of the I want to say it was the Iverson, the Apollos Young Iverson, and then another friend of ours that knows him got him a package and gave him the white collar New Balance.
Oh, okay.
And he wore them when he was on his tour, promo tour for his last album that dropped.
That's awesome.
And he wore it, and it was just it was on nice kicks, and it was on everything, man. So that was crazy.
Did you have much of a conversation with him, or not really?
Yeah, it's crazy that the conversation I had with him was it was like he was talking to somebody else, and then the guy introduced me. And he looked and he did a double take, and he was like, he said, "Man, we look like we could be brothers."
That's hilarious.
You know what I mean? And then I was like, "Yo, I got a shoe store, and here go the shoe that we designed, blah blah blah."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh man, I appreciate it. I love it. This is dope. This is crazy." And keep sending me whatever you can, man.
That's
awesome.
So. And you got the Oh Shit project.
Yeah.
And I noticed on there that there were a few Oh Shit samples from Biggie, from another New York legend, from his song Warning.
Yeah.
Is that how the Oh Shit Ro Spit thing came about in the first place, or what was the story there?
Nah, I think I was just the Oh Shit came about. I want to say I was just freestyling or something. And
Okay.
I was trying to find words that rhyme with Ro Spit. And
Yeah.
I was just like, oh shit, Ro Spit. And then my man Ron Dance was my hype man. He started doing it on the call and response on stage.
Oh, okay.
And it had the crowd. When I say oh shit, you say Ro Spit, and then it was like that.
Yeah.
But Biggie's one of my favorite artists, man. So when I was just listening to it when I was working on the album, I'm like, man, I'm trying to make it more like a mixtape.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, that's gonna be my drop.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty clever.
Yeah, thank you.
I
I got a couple more in the works too,
Awesome.
for the next project.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear it. And then prior to Ro Spit, you were actually going by Octane, and you had the duo Octane and Elite.
Yeah.
What can you tell people about that?
I was in a crew called Subterraneous, and I was really the DJ for that crew.
Yeah.
But even when I first started DJing, I always wanted to be an MC.
Right. You
but
had some stage fright.
Yeah, stage fright, and me getting up on stage DJing, not having to say anything is how I kind of got through it.
Yeah.
And then I had a crew. It was almost like we think like Wu-Tang. It was 6 or 7 of us, and we were all solo artists. And I was trying to find my way, and I just got with my man Decompose, and I just started recording songs.
Yeah.
And then everybody in the group was like, we're MCs, and our DJ has more rap songs than us. You know what I mean? That's crazy. So
you better get it in gear.
Elite was my favorite MC. At the time, he still today he's one of my favorites, but he was one of the people that I was, kind of apprehensive about getting on a track with, just because I knew he would slaughter me.
Right.
But I used that as like practice to like get better.
You mentioned kind of that phobia of public speaking, and interestingly enough, wasn't it actually in the Shy where you overcame that shyness?
Damn, yeah.
Step back from behind the DJ
How do you
booth,
know
and
that, man?
I just tried to come prepared.
Yeah, so yeah, like the first time I was, like I said, I was DJing for my cousin One Below, and he had a solo show in Chicago, and on we were driving, we were kind of like freestyling. He knew I was getting into it, and then he was like, "Yo, you got a verse for this song?" And it was like, I was like, "Yeah," you know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
right.
"Are you ready for it?" And I was like, "Well, I got like 3.5 hours, so I'm gonna be ready for it."
Yeah.
And then it was like I was nervous as shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like just shaking. And then like once I kind of stepped from around it, I was like, "This is what I want to
Just
do."
bam, right
This
there.
is what I want to do. And all the nerves went.
Defining moment.
Nailed it. Crowd went crazy. And then I was like, "Yo, I don't ever want to DJ again."
That's awesome.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you remember like the venue or anything like that?
I think
Like
it was called the Subterraneous. I think
interestingly enough,
Yeah, right.
with the Subterraneous.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think it was called the Subterraneous.
Is it true that you and Rick were actually in like a band of some sort before taking over Burn Rubber?
Yeah, we were in it was called Sound Piece, and it was like a band. You know what I mean? Like Rick was part of the percussion. He's a professional tap dancer.
Yep.
And his brother played the bass. I was like the MC. We had a crazy drummer named Chip Zoe that works with Fonte.
Okay.
What's the Foreign Affairs or whatever the name of that album is, but he was in that group. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was crazy, man. Yeah.
And how did you guys meet? Like, wasn't he like having some event at Oakland and he had you come out and DJ for it, or how did that come about?
Well, he used to really book Binary Star. I think when he was in high school, he was doing the shows at Oakland University.
Okay.
So yeah, like through that is how we kind of met, and then our every time we would talk, we ended up talking about sneakers.
Yeah.
And then like we had a like we used to both cut hair like on some hustle shit.
Right.
And actually he still does. But we talked about having a sneaker store and a fashion store with a barbershop right next to it, so you come in the morning, get your hair cut, then go next door, get fresh. Like we had it all.
2 birds with 1 stone, right?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
And then I know that he ended up actually attending Oakland, whereas you spent some time at Eastern Michigan before eventually dropping out. Yeah. And interestingly enough, wasn't it at Eastern where Jay-Z gave you guys the Burn Rubber shout out?
Yeah.
Shout out?
Yeah.
What do you remember from that night? Because you guys were there, right?
Yeah, we were there. I just remember the show was crazy, and it was like, now I've seen Jay-Z, I can't even count how many times.
Right.
But back then it was like, one of the first or second times that I kind of really seen him in that capacity. And, it was, 10,000 people at least. And I just remember, like, it was over. Everything was over. And he does this thing where he kind of goes around the crowd and say, like, yo, shout out to my man over there. Shout out you in the New York Yankees hat.
Right.
And then it was actually Say It Ain't Tone. It was
wow.
like Say It Ain't Tone. The whole Finally Famous crew was in one section.
That's crazy.
Sean had the hook up. He got the whole crew in.
Yeah.
And they were all rocking Burn Rubber. It was on that side. It was Tone and all them. On the other side, it was my man, one of my best friends, Eddie.
Okay.
And his wife had on a Burn Rubber Fly Pelican shirt that we did.
Okay.
But it was a big BR. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so he started on this side, and he was like, they were doing like this, and it was like, yo, BR, FP, that, so he said it once, and then I was like. We were like leaving, like walk, like because we were like all the way at the back in a little section or whatever, and I was like, yo, dude. All right, Jacqueline. All right, I was like, yo, did he just say that? And he was like, nah, he couldn't have said that shit.
Right.
So then he gets all the way around to the other side, and he was like, yo, what is that? Everybody was like, Burn Rubber, and he was like, Burn Rubber, and I was like, yo, Rick. I like hit him like, dog, you said that? You know what I'm saying? Right. And that shit was crazy. And the crazy thing about it is, by the time I got home, my phone had died. So I got home and my phone got charged, and it was like I had probably 50 text messages. People like, yo, I was backstage. I just gave Hope your number, and you know what I'm saying? So if you get a call from a crazy number, just answer and shit.
Right.
Like, he never called. You know what I'm saying?
And he was wearing one of the hats, right? Did he take it from one of them in the crowd?
No. That day he took a Detroit Tiger, Old English D hat.
Oh, okay.
And he just said that, I never take off my Yankee hat.
Right.
But, so just feel special.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And one of your kind of biggest hits, I guess you could say, to date was actually your remix to Jay-Z's Empire State of Mind, right? Which you renamed Renaissance State of Mind.
Right. Yeah, man, your transitions are amazing, bro.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
So, I redid Empire State of Mind. I got with Monica Blair. Like, it's not too many people that have that strong of a voice that isn't like signed to a major label or anything. And she was like, when I first thought of the idea, I thought, somebody that was actually from Detroit, that was, getting, doing something.
Definitely.
But the thing was, they never made instrumental for that.
You had your man D-Bit make it, right? Recreate it, right?
Yeah. D-Bit remade. He found a sample, remade the beat, and I spit to it and got Monica Blair to do it. And it's crazy because it almost never happened because she was sick. She had like something going on with her throat for a week and a half, and I was like, I got to get this out for somebody else do it.
Right.
I was like, I'm just gonna say forget it. And then that night she hit me up like, you're at the studio. I'm like, yeah, we can go in there.
Yeah.
She came and knocked it out.
It was even getting played at like Pistons games and Comerica Park as well.
Yeah, like when the Tigers beat the Yankees to go to the World Series, they played that.
Ironically.
Crazy, yeah, ironically. Yeah.
Shoot. Well, lastly, man, you've certainly come a long way since rapping with those hangers. But I also know that you got a family at home, and I know the 2 boutiques are a major focus of yours as well. So with this being something that I ask at the end of all my interviews, I thought I'd kind of leave it open to interpretation. Do you, in any way, shape, or form, consider music your life?
I definitely consider music my life, like 100%, because even through the store, like I think it all goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? From just the kind of store, the kind of retail space that I own.
Right.
The whole hip hop thing. It all goes. So
yeah,
hip hop music is definitely my life, man. Like I don't know where I would be if I never stepped out behind that. Or actually, if I never picked up that those records and learned how to DJ, man. Because I always loved music, but it's a whole different process when you're making it and when you got people that actually appreciate something that you thought of in your brain.
Yeah. And
it can't.
Well, we're glad you're here, man. And I actually asked that because of my site, once again, beingmusicsmylife.com. But thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for this interview, bro. Can I say something right now?
Yeah, please do.
This is one of the best. I'm going to go out on a limb and say the best interview, man. Like, this guy has his facts in order. Like, when you come up with stuff and you hit an artist or you hit the person you're interviewing with a question and they say, like, how do you know that? You know what I mean? That's where it's at, man. And, because so many people like, I'm interviewing Ro Spitz. And he has a store called Burnt Rubber. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, nah, bro, you don't even know what you're talking about. Yeah. So I appreciate that.
No, I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. Best wishes with everything coming your way. Is there anything else that you want to leave the people with?
Burn Rubber, Detroit.com, 218. Music is my life, so it should be yours. Peace.
There you have it. Once again, I'm Damon Campbell, and this is Roast Spit.